get moving, and if I could start with you, Ollie. When the offer came to join Gloucester, was it an easy decision to make, or perhaps a difficult one?
Firstly, hello everyone. Thank you for sort of welcoming me on Twitter as well. Who said hello? Thank you. Yeah, no, it was a pretty straightforward one, to be honest. It was a club I've known for quite a long time. I nearly actually came here before I went to Stade Toulousain when Dean Ryan was in charge. And yeah, it's always been a really fun place to go. I know Shogun relatively well because I had a few friends and family who used to live down here. And yeah, when the opportunity came, when Pan Redpath gave me a ring, it was, I was ready to rock along, and it was, I was looking forward to it.
A short-term contract to begin with, but if I believe our local rag, you're trying to make a nice impression for a longer contract. Would that be true?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. The first week I've had here, I've really enjoyed it. The guys like Pete and everybody else have welcomed me in. They stole my shoelaces out my boots first day in the change room, which was all interesting. But no, it's a great club. It's really fun to be around. I can't wait to start playing. And yeah, from my perspective, I've not come to make that numbers and just be here for a couple of months. I've come because I see the club as a really good club and somewhere that hopefully I can add something to, and hopefully I can push on and improve myself as a player and help bring some silverware to the club.
As you will know, we're lucky in England or the UK that we can watch the French top 14 regularly. So last season we saw you running in a number of tries for Stade Toulousain. Can I ask, do you see yourself as purely a winger, or are you utility? Can you cover fullback or any other positions?
Firstly, I'm more concerned that if that is the case, people have been seeing me running around in pink for 2 years, which is a bit worrying. But no, for most of my career I played centre. I played outside centre. When I was at Newcastle, I had to have a load of centres in Matthew Tuck, Jamie Noon and Toby Flood. So I had to move into the wing basically. So no, I played fullback for Stade quite a few times last year, and whilst predominantly, I suppose, I spent most of my career on the wing. No, I think I can play both wings, fullback if need be, and outside centre.
Sounds as though you're just what we're looking for.
I hope so.
Pete, if I can move to you, and before we talk about tonight's game, could I ask about the squad? Clearly the last 3 months have been difficult result-wise, not dramatically ridiculous, but some difficult results. How is confidence and ambition within this squad? Still okay?
Yeah, I think we've been on the wrong end of a few results. To be fair to say, the last couple of months. I think the squad is still pretty positive. Still believe in the talent we've got, and also believe what we're trying to do on the field. I still believe if we can get a couple of results together, today will be a great start to get a good win against Toulouse here, and then we can still get on a roll. I think a little bit of confidence we can build from that and start getting some momentum in here.
So what is the mood in the camp with the fact that we're playing Toulouse, obviously a huge European name, but we're out to the competition. One or two people suggesting perhaps we should have rested people and everything else, but I guess, am I right in thinking the lads want to get out there and get a positive result this evening?
I think after last week the performance was pretty good. I think again we were on the wrong end of a few bounces of balls and what have you, and I know the guys who played in that game were really sort of enthusiastic all week and really wanted to get out and have a crack at Toulouse again. We felt we performed well in Toulouse, and I think we want to get back at them, and like I say, the boys are really keen to be back in Kingsholm and get a good result here.
Ollie, if I can swing back to you, you'll have obviously prepared to play Toulouse far more than Gloucester have prepared to play Toulouse. Let's lay the ground. Gloucester on the home team, Toulouse on the away team. Where should Gloucester be looking to get on top of this team? Is it attack hard in the first 20 minutes? Is it through the pack? Are there any weaknesses that they should be looking for?
No, I think as a side, obviously Toulouse are one of the best European powers in world rugby, and credit to them that they're strong all over. There's not lots of weaknesses in their game. One area that they pride themselves on is their back three in Meda, Proctor and Vincent Cloud. These guys are seriously dangerous runners, and if tactically we kick poorly this evening, then they'll show us up, because that's the main area of strength for them. They've got to use them, just get their game going, give them some momentum, and their big runners, Romero, Dusseldorf, they will start to come into the game from that. But if Gloucester can match or dominate them in the set piece, that will pose real problems from Toulouse, because they'll lose a lot of momentum and their game plan and structure. And the good thing about French sides is when they go behind, they'll start to lose their heads, that their confidence can get fairly quickly. So if you can frustrate the French side from the off, you have a good chance of winning.
So taking up exactly what Ollie said about the back three of Toulouse, we've equally got a dangerous back three ourselves, haven't we, that will run back any loose kick?
Johnny played down in Toulouse, and he performed very well out there. I think as Ollie said, I think we can't really clear him. We've got a lot of talent. We should have a lot of relief after the last time we played it. We're trying to keep the tempo relatively light, because that seemed to work when we played them last time. And just give them not too many opportunities to have a practice.
Just to finish up on tonight, but to move slightly away from it, you've been in the French game and the high salary caps. We're hearing noises from teams like Leicester that the salary cap in this country is hindering our chances in the Heineken Cup. Would you see this, either of you, as a fact that is true? Are we hindered by the low salary cap in comparison with perhaps the French and these days with the Irish?
Yeah, I think certain clubs in France, the amount of spending they do is just not sustainable. So, yes, I think probably in the short term you're probably right. I think the English clubs, from that perspective, probably can't compete with the financial clout of somebody like Toulon or Redkin, where these guys are literally putting those bits of money. But saying that it's not sustainable, then eventually the deck of cards will come down. And I think you have to run Premiership rugby clubs are businesses at the end of the day. You have to run a better business. And if somebody wants to chance their arm to try and win in the short term, you're going to come unstuck eventually. I think in the French game, certainly when I was there, the economic crisis and everything else, they were starting to feel the pitch, and I think it's only a matter of time before salary caps are really introduced. They're just started, and at least just to get in 2 years' time they're coming into place, and I think there'll be a clarity, and I think you'll see some equality across all the leagues, because at the end of the day you have to all these clubs have to break even or make money at the end of the day, and I think you're going to see that whilst they came to the English club to struggle last year, there'll be a turnaround. You can't really forget that there's quality in all these English clubs like Gloucester. They came, it's littered with very young players, really talented, seasoned professionals and internationals, and that's the case across the whole board. I just think the Heineken Cup as a standard, as a competition, is just going from strength to strength to strength. And these things always go in cycles. At the moment, the French are dominant, but a few years ago it was the English, so the Irish now start to go into the game. So it's just that cycle, I think.
And Pete, the Heineken is where we must want to be. All of you don't want to be playing London next year, and that's going to mean that we've probably got to really up the Premiership performances. But the Heineken is where we must be, yes?
Yeah, I think the Heineken Cup is a competition that every player. You've got the sort of the big teams like Toulouse tonight. And again, just the games you want to play as a player. That's the main motivation, I think. For for the squad moving forward is to make sure we're in the big competitions. We get as close to the top four as we can. And I think, you know, we just look to build some results and build some momentum and build some belief, which I don't think we're that far off doing.
How important, therefore, is it then we move into the LB Cup for the next 2 weeks? We're going to need Harlequins or Scarlets to lose to progress for a 4th consecutive season. But a chance, obviously, Ollie, perhaps for you to play. And is this still going to be a momentum-building thing?
I mean, just the point you made about the Irish and the French league, I think, especially if you look at the old Leicester situation last week, you know, I mean, one of the main differences is possibly the size and strength of the squads a little bit. You know, the Irish provincials obviously target the Heineken Cup as a main competition. They get a lot of their sort of top players rested for those games. And I think you saw a bit of that when Leicester played. You know, was a well physically team against you know, against a sort of a Leicester team that little bit bruised them. I think, you know, the LB Cup is a great opportunity for us to build our strength and depth. I think to give some of the guys who our guys chomping at the bit to get out and play and, you know, to raise their standards and to get them involved, up to speed, and to put pressure on the rest of the squad, you know, for the final running.
One question I must ask you before we wrap it up. How did you enjoy those weeks playing in the second row? I know you've done it before and you've manfully stood forward with these injuries. Do you enjoy playing in the second row compared with the back?
I wouldn't say I've enjoyed the scoring as much as possible, Frank. No, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed being involved in the 4 games and obviously the results we had. So yeah, second row, back row. You know, obviously there's a few technical differences, but there's not too much difference on the way of playing in either or.
And Ollie, once again, thanks for joining me this evening. I'm sure that you'll be looking forward, hopefully against Cardiff next week, to running out and receiving the accolade that all Gloucester players receive. Running out in front of Gloucester as a Gloucester player for the first time must be something you're looking forward to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the shed finally hopefully cheering for me or against me, which would be interesting. But and it's the high balls go up, we're getting heckled, getting cheered, or something like that, which would be fun. But yeah, it's going to be a real privilege for me. Kingsholm, Gloucester, the supporters here, you know, they're renowned, they're formidable, backing their team to the hilt and being dying hard. And I'm really, really pleased and feel very honoured to be part of that group, part of that family. And for me, the biggest thing is to deliver on the field and to play well for the club. And all these things people have spoken about, winning over the cups, winning premierships, hopefully I can be a part of that and help contribute to that.
And for my part, I look forward to announcing your first try. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been Peter Buxton and Ollie Phillips. Thank you both. Thanks very much.